I could tell we had a little bit of a... We always need a bit of padding in the boob area. Even though we don't want it too open, it's nicer when that cup bit isn't too big on either side. I think from a distance, kind of squint your eyes, and I'm not bad as a whole. There's no great part necessarily. I've got quite nice ankles actually. I've got tiny ankles and tiny hands. It's much nicer, Sebastiano, when that cuts across there and when that does that. It's much nicer, don't you think, to have smaller little boob bits. One-off outfits like this, I'll wear it once and then no, I wouldn't wear it again. I've got a room at home where I keep all my clothes that I've worn, and it's great. And one day I'm hoping to have a daughter that I can pass them all down to. It's amazing. So I've got all the Spice Girls clothes as well in there. So it's amazing how not just my style but how my shape has changed. This was the original sketch of the dress. For someone who loves fashion, is interested in design, for me to have these is, because I'm a bit of a collector. I love the dress that I wore for Elton's white tie and tiara ball, the Ming vase dress. David actually picked this one. This one was actually in the fashion show and he saw it, and that was actually where I started sort of getting to know Roberto more. We're going to go for the glitter here and going up here. I don't think we want too much glitter on the boob area. I think it's a great colour. I think it's really summery. I think it's sexy, but it's also very comfortable. You know, I don't go out that much, but when I do, I like to make an effort, and David's exactly the same. But with me, it's more of an effort. You know, he wakes up in the morning looking fantastic. I think it's gorgeous.
It is absolutely beautiful.
You know, and I can also help with the parking, because the parking attenders are going to be wearing these kind of voluminous jackets. I have met celebrities that put on an outfit and turn on the whole sex appeal. That's not me. You know, girls like me, I'm a girl's girl. I'm not one of these women that I think men drool over. That's not my thing. I feel nice and, you know, I like to think I look nice, but I want the women to say, that's a nice dress and she looks good in that. How many people have the opportunity to have Roberto Cavalli actually make a dress for them? I mean, it's exciting, and that's something that I'll never take in my stride or become flippant about. That's a big deal. Even though I look miserable as sin in most of the paparazzi pictures, inside I'm really excited.
Back in London, Peregrine and his two assistants, Catherine and Charlotte, are hard at work to make sure that the night goes like clockwork.
I just thought we'd have a little chat, see how you're feeling about the schedule at the moment.
Basically, I've spoken to James Brown and agreed his sound check at midday on Sunday. Gates are going to be on standby and opening at 7 o'clock with everyone in position within the tent.
How's the actual guest list going? What numbers are we up to?
We are looking at about, I think we're on 482.
Ah.
I need to chase up a few tables. Yeah. If I don't hear anything back by Monday, I'm going to have to offer the table to someone else, because there are people banging my door down.
Now these are the VIP areas. I want these to be out of bounds to all staff.
I think Puff Daddy will probably bring his own security and entourage.
Because of the press interest, they can be kind of going into the woods and things, so it's always good to check, make sure they're not camping there or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
We've had a couple of press calls here, pretending to be various people, which is always quite fun to spot. I always say thank you so much for calling, so it's always quite exciting. You do want the interest in your event. Exactly.
We'll need to sit down and talk about the auction, because Rod Stewart wants to do a remote bid. It doesn't matter how organised you are, there are forces of evil working against you. Just, you can do what you want and plan as much as you can, but the last minute someone will throw something at you that completely throws you, and it's just like...
There's no time to rest when you're planning the party of the year. Today, Victoria's come to Asprey the jeweller in London, where she's helped to design a necklace and bracelet, which will be sold at the charity auction on the night.
Hi.
Victoria.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Wow. I love the design. I love the fact it's really delicate and pretty. I love that. It's lovely to come and look at all these fantastic diamonds, but actually to meet the people and actually see them, you know, making the jewellery is fascinating.
For something like an auction, where obviously we want people to spend lots of money for the charities, we want something that's very wearable, so more people feel comfortable putting their hands up. It's an 18-carat white gold, obviously. There are 27 carats, 261 marquees, which are the little ovary ones, and 66 brilliants.
That really is beautiful. There's lots of people coming that sort of, you know, enjoy that whole put your hand up and stand up. I get a little bit embarrassed.
I can never get above 500 quid, so I never get anything.
So you won't be getting this, Ruth. But this is actually one of the first pieces of jewellery that I've actually designed, so that's why I think this piece is extra special to me. This could be something that had been passed down from the family, and that's what I think so nice about jewellery. Wow. Well done.
Oh, can we clean your... We wanted to clean your ring whilst we were waiting. Take the diamonds out, you know, pop in rubbish.
Yes. I know the sort of thing.
Victoria's only been in the shop for 30 minutes, but that's all the time it takes for the press and a considerable crowd to realise that there's a VIP in town.
I must think that Madonna sneaked in the back or
We've got
something.
Madonna in too. That's really big.
Gorgeous. The dress is like a really bright canary yellow. I like the fact it's really delicate around the neck. I really like that. What are you going to wear, Bruce? Are you going to go for just a collar?
Well, I'm
or
wearing
are
whatever
you
you're not. I shall probably be in that one.
Yeah, I can see you in
With
that.
my kilt on.
I can see you in that. I think it's going to really bring out the colour in your
bring out the
eyes.
colour.
Yeah, I'm a real girly girl with clothes, with everything. I love to see these big diamonds, and you know, celebrities 9 times out of 10 borrow these pieces when they go to events. You know, the newspapers will often say, I think I wore a necklace for Elton John's wedding that was worth £6 million. You know, I don't own that. That's the great thing about being a celebrity, that you're in the position to be able to borrow these fantastic pieces that are very, very expensive one-off pieces that, you know, you can have fun with.
Something like that, with its ring, I think is about 1.5 million, something like that. Yeah.
Just think, if we didn't have such a crowd outside, we could shut this up
Shut it and run.
Welcome to Victoria Beckham's world when she's in London. Coming up, stress starts to show.
All managers switch channels so you can talk to your people, okay? All managers switch channels.
Victoria kicks off.
I don't like it on the sides. I'd rather have nothing around here and just candles.
Okay.
I'm sorry to be a pain, but I just think it would look so much cleaner and so much nicer.
Gordon kicks off.
James Brown's just asked for turkey sandwiches. So I said,
And Robbie Williams reveals his suntan secrets.
I had a spray tan last week. I did Jonathan Ross, right? Yeah. And it started developing as the evening went on. I looked radioactive by the time I went on to do the interview.
I'm only happy when it rains.
This party has been 6 months in the planning. 500 VIP guests are due here in just 8 hours' time, and it's cost a small fortune. But there's one thing money can't buy: good weather.
I'm only happy when it rains.
We are concerned about the rain. Ideally, we don't want it. If we do have it, we've got to deal with it. It's going to make it particularly interesting. All the nice dresses, nice suits. It's going to make it very interesting, especially for Victoria getting from the house to the marquee as well. So fingers crossed it's not like this.
He might be out of the rain, but inside the marquee, florist Rob Van Helden has his own problems. The 20-year-old lemon trees he's ordered from Spain have arrived on time, but they aren't quite what he expected.
Well, we're going to fake it a bit. I mean, these trees have come from abroad, but they haven't got the lemons on, so we're going to have fresh lemons here and some artificial lemons up there. Don't tell anyone.
Rob and his team have got less than 8 hours to bring Victoria's spectacular vision to life. With 5 kilos of moss, 450 sunflowers and 400 lemons to tie onto the lemon trees, he's going to have his work cut out in the reception room. And he hasn't even started on the dining room yet.